What the fox is up, all you internet junkies? I am the Fax Fox, and today is the plague known as the Black Death, which is responsible for killing over 50 million people in the 1300s, back and killing again? We're gonna find out. Let's jump down the rabbit hole. Okay, Fox fans, thanks for joining me for another episode of What the Fox. Apparently, 1,150 cases of the Bubonic Plague have been confirmed in Madagascar, and it could potentially spread to Africa and the rest of the world. Now, these cases have been taking place since August 27th. So 1,150 people in that short span of time from the 27th of August to now, that's pretty scary. Stick around to find out why this time it's different and how the bubonic plague has changed. As I mentioned in the opening, this plague is also known as the Black Death. It's a disease that killed over 50 million people in Europe back in the 1300s. And overall, it killed 1/5 of the entire world's population. That is serious. Now, things have changed. Before I get to what's changed about the bubonic plague, I feel it's necessary to talk about what's been going on in Madagascar since the original outbreak. In Madagascar, there have been 300 to 600 cases documented each year of the bubonic plague. And 80% of the world's reports of the bubonic plague come from Madagascar. That's right, 80%. The other 20% come from other countries around the world, including several cases per year in North America. The fatality rate of the bubonic plague is between 30 and 60%, depending on if you get medical treatment. This highly aggressive and much deadlier version of the disease, known as the pneumonic plague, is spreading rapidly. Now I'm going to tell you why. Unlike the bubonic version of this plague, which spreads through flea bites and is usually contracted from interactions with animals, the pneumonic plague is an airborne disease. That's right, it spreads from person to person through human contact, as simple as coughing, spitting, or sneezing. That means these droplets get in the air, you breathe them in, and you can contract the pneumonic plague. Here's where it gets scary, Fox fans. If you contract this highly deadly disease, it is fatal 100% of the time, if not treated within 24 hours. Now, why is this additionally scary? The symptoms of this plague are very similar to the common flu. That's right. You could just feel like you have flu symptoms, and really, you have 24 hours to get medical treatment if you do have the pneumonic plague. And I feel I should mention that it has been known to kill people in as little as 24 hours. There are usually 300 to 600 cases of the bubonic plague in Madagascar. Why is this different? Being it that it is airborne now, it has spread to urban areas, something that has never happened in previous years of the outbreaks. Now that this disease can be transmitted person to person and is airborne, it is far more contagious than it's ever been in the history of this plague. That should terrify you. It terrifies me. This could spread. I just want to say at this point that this is not a hoax, this is not fake news, this is 100% true. This plague is spreading across Madagascar. It has claimed the lives of 97 people in the last couple of months, and it has the potential to spread to several other countries. Find out what those countries are later on in the video. Now, I also want to mention that unlike the 1300s, where this spread rapidly and killed millions of people, 1/5 of the world's population killed. But unlike then, we have antibiotics now that can treat the disease. If you seek treatment within those first 24 hours of symptoms arriving, and those symptoms can be much like the symptoms of the common flu. the spread of this disease is being taken very seriously by international agencies such as the Red Cross. They have established their first plague treatment center on the island of Madagascar ever. That tells you how serious this actually is. They are trying to stop the spread of this disease. They have put out 1.5 million doses of the antibiotics and spent millions of dollars trying to contain this outbreak. Now, I told you earlier that there were several other countries that could be drastically affected should this disease escape from Madagascar and spread into the mainland. Those countries are obviously South Africa, but also Mozambique and Tanzania. There's also Mauritius and Comoros, as well as Seychelles and Reunion. Those are all countries that could be affected by this plague should it escape. So it's something we should take seriously. Now you know that this disease is spreading across Madagascar and could affect the entire continent of Africa and the entire world once again, just like it did in the 1300s. So watch the news and stay up to date on this one. Okay, Fox fans, that's this episode of What the Fox. Hit that like button to let me know what you thought, or leave a comment below to give me suggestions for future episodes, because I want to cover what you guys want to hear about. And don't forget, put your paws on that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel so you get future updates of when I release new episodes. And we still have 3 more episodes of the Facts Fox Frighteners, which will air on the 25th, the 27th, and on Devil's Night, the 30th, where you guys will be able to challenge me to play the game that I will be covering. So, until next time, I'm the Facts Fox saying, Fox off.